The United States is immediately pausing the issuance of all worker visas for commercial truck drivers in the United States. This is coming from U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio. He stated all of this on Thursday, and I quote him: "The increasing number of foreign drivers operating large tractor-trailer trucks on U.S. roads is endangering American lives, undercutting the livelihoods of American truckers." The administration of President Donald Trump has taken a series of steps to address concerns about foreign truck drivers who do not speak the English language. Trump in April, of course, has signed the executive order, directing enforcement of a rule requiring drivers in the United States to be able to speak English proficiently. And so I reported on this a little bit yesterday in that deadly crash. Doing a little bit of research here, the State Department is reviewing over 55 million existing U.S. visas for violations currently that could lead up to deportation, which includes reviewing the issuance process for truck driver visas. I did do a report on this yesterday. It got taken down for violating guidelines. I must have used the wrong words or something like that, but I am doing a little bit of research here, and I kind of want to talk to you guys about it. All of you in the trucking industry, I'm sure, are curious because we have seen the last, at least for sure the last 4 years, our driver pool being flooded, all in the name of a driver shortage. And that's why they're trying to issue out so many of these visas. And so what happens is big groups like the American Trucking Association, which is led by and has board of directors that have seats at these large mega carriers, what they do is they lobby against Congress and tell everyone that there's a driver shortage so that they'll issue a ton of these visas so that we can import tons of drivers from other countries, because they're saying there's a driver shortage. There's not actually a driver shortage at all. What they're trying to do is flood the market with drivers so that freight will go down so that their companies will succeed even more. That's all a ruse, and there is not a driver shortage. We are flooded in the market today, the driver market in the U.S. economy, and it has just wreaked havoc on smaller companies and owner-operators alike, making the freight go down to just pennies. Nobody is able to survive in the market because of the flood of drivers in the driver pool that has happened. I did a little bit of research to see here, how many foreign-born truck drivers there are in the United States. It apparently the numbers doubled between 2000 and 2021, which reached a number of about 720,000, according to federal statistics. So right now, if you were to look up and try to research how many illegal aliens have been issued CDLs, I found out that the number suggests approximately 100,000. So there's somewhere around 100,000 drivers driving in the U.S. Driver pool right now, undocumented immigrants. Based on this proportion of undocumented workers in the transportation and warehousing sector, we're somewhere around 100,000. While federal law mandates that CDL holders be U.S. citizens or lawful permanent residents, a loophole may exist in state regulations that allows individuals with work authorization to obtain a CDL. Now, some states have issued a significant number of driver's licenses to undocumented immigrants under the specific laws, such as California's AB 60, but these licenses are typically not for federal identification. So what's happening is we've got illegal immigrants, and then we have everybody that's over here on these H-2B visas. And, of course, we welcome all of you with loving arms. We appreciate anyone who comes in this country and tries to better themselves on these visas. As long as you speak the English language, I have the utmost respect for you. Where it gets dicey and where we're all concerned right now is, of course, there's some things happening on the highways that are very dangerous because of people not being able to speak the English language. They're really starting to crack down on this right now. Marco Rubio did just put out that the increasing number of foreign drivers operating large tractor trucks on this U.S. highways is endangering American lives and undercutting the livelihoods of American truckers. And so they're immediately pausing the issuance of any more visas moving forward. Now, that doesn't help the problem of the massive amount of visas that they have given out in the past. But our main concern is just making sure that the highways are safe. We want to make sure that everyone can speak the English language. We want to make sure that anybody that's in on one of these H-2B visas is able to speak the English language proficiently, and it's a major concern, you know. So I do believe if there is 100,000 truck drivers that are illegal immigrants currently on the highways with CDLs that they obtained through this loophole, which is called the California's AB 60, that's 100,000 ticking time bombs on the highway of people that more than likely do not speak the English language that could wreak havoc. You know, it's only one person that caused this last incident that happened, but there's 100,000 undocumented immigrants on the highway right now, and that's major exposure. So they're going to have to do something about these 100,000 truck drivers. From 2000 to 2021, it's reaching around 720,000 that are here on the visas. It looks like there's 55 million existing U.S. visas for violations that could lead toward deportation. So these are some massive numbers. I know that we're all worried about this and concerned about this, but I hope everybody starts making sure that your truck is tip top and you can pass a DOT, because I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of pullovers here in these next few months. I'm going to guess that they're going to do some sort of a blitz to try to go backwards so that they can fix this problem. What they need to do is just make sure that these guys can't get in trucks and behind the wheel. I would hate it for them to try to do the whole thing where they're taking care of this on the back end once they're pulled over, or you know, once they go through a weigh station, but they need to figure out some way to go backwards and to somehow find these 100,000 drivers that are illegal immigrants that possibly cannot speak the English language. But anyways, my name's Andrew Oliver. Just thought I'd report on this a little bit. If you like this stuff, go ahead and follow me below or share my post. And if you don't, just keep on swiping. Thank you. Have a good day.